please welcome the glorious Ginnifer Goodwin, Eliza Coupe, and Maggie Q.
Hi.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to see you guys. First of all, Ginnifer, we were lucky enough to be in a film that I still will watch every single time it's on TV and was just the best filming experience. He's just not that into you. We had so much fun making it. It's good advice, too. It's like, you know, you had a story, Ginnifer, I think that actually was helpful from the movie with Justin. Will you tell me about that?
Yes, I was living the movie. We had made He's Just Not That Into You. And Justin and I have been friends for 21 years.
That's right.
And we were at a bar discussing a man, and he was doing that thing where he'd be really flirty and invite me to go get a drink and cancel at the last minute. And nothing was ever coming to fruition. And I was sitting at a bar and I was discussing this with Justin and how do I get through? And someone actually came up to us at our booth and said, "Are you guys promoting your new movie? Is this like a scene that you're doing to promote He's Just Not That Into You?" And it took that for me to realize the guy was not into me.
I mean, I still reference the lines and behavior in that movie all the time. It's so helpful. Maggie, I'm such a fan of yours. And I loved this story about, and I didn't know this with all that I think I know about you, about Jackie Chan.
Yeah, I mean, he had a management company. I was one of his artists. I mean, they call them overseas. And I was like the girl that they sort of trained and decided was going to work in action films overseas. And that's what I did. And mind you, I don't know why I was the girl. I had no experience. People think because I'm mixed race, I'm half Asian. People think I grew up doing martial arts because I'm half Asian. I did not at all. I was a runner and a swimmer. And I didn't, I had none of that background. I just worked really hard.
I mean, I've seen you in action movies, Maggie. I won't hear it. You are literally you are an action star. You have got moves for days. I see why they picked you. It's a no-brainer. Okay, Eliza, I wanted to ask you this question because it was one of my favorite stories reading about you, and it happens to be about the one that took place in a certain place in Times Square.
Yeah, I was a bathroom attendant in Times Square.
Okay, tell me everything.
No, I mean, I should have probably signed an NDA before taking that job.
But you didn't, so spill.
But I did not, correct. So I only took that job because I wanted to be where they were doing the SNL after parties.
Did you see anything that comes to mind?
There was a lot of hair holding.
Hey, girlfriends.
Hey, exactly. There was just there was so many grunting noises that don't sound like they're coming from a human. And I'm like, what is what's happening? And I thought maybe I needed to help somebody, but no, nobody was looking for that.
Now, pivoting is about friendship, which for me, I feel like I've survived everything in my life with and through and because of my friends. Ginnifer, what does friendship mean to you, and what did you try to bring into the show?
Oh my gosh, I am a girl's girl, as you know. And in fact, the second someone tells me they only have guy friends, all my red flags go up. I love women who love women. And I feel like this is what this show is. And I've been very pleased that men seem to be responding. But to me, this is women's friendships at their most contemporary and messy and embarrassing and bawdy and raw. And that's what I look for in my own friendships. I want to be able to be my unabashed self and be vulnerable and ask stupid questions. And I feel like it's the only way I'm going to become a better person. And my girlfriends make me a better person.
Eliza, what does friendship mean to you, and what was something that was like vital for you to see about friendship in the show?
Well, I did grow up with brothers, so I didn't have any sisters, and I live on a mountain in Topanga with 2 dogs. So I now I would say in the past like 6 years, it's been all female friends. And I feel like the most beautiful thing is that the last show I was on was all men. And then I brought in this beautiful, like these 2 women that I just like pulled that energy, and I get to see myself in both of them. And then it makes me look at myself more in a way that maybe I can improve, or this or that, whatever it is, I learn from them.
I love that point. Maggie, what is important about friendship for you and that you thought you could uniquely bring to this with your character?
I mean, for me, I just, you always love your family, and your family's always going to be, at a certain level of importance in your life, but you don't choose them. And the thing that's wonderful about friendships is that you do, and that when they're chosen, they become something that is just invaluable, because it's not something that you have to inherit, right? This is something that, like, as an adult, you go, no, you're my people. You're my people. And for this show, I sort of felt like with Sarah, our creator, Liz, was telling me, well, you're designed around my friend. I forget what her name is, but she said, who just says the things that no one can believe that is being said.
I love those people.
Kind of looks at her and is like, did you just, why? And I think that there's such value in those people, because they genuinely don't feel like they're doing anything wrong, because they're like, well, if I'm not truthful, I'm not being helpful.
Right.
And that's what the character brings. And I sort of feel like I have a little of that in I'm nicer than Sarah. Like I'll placate people because I care about their feelings and I don't want them to feel bad. That may not necessarily be the correct approach, but in the show, she's just that person. Like, she doesn't really have a filter. And those people make me laugh in life. So I hope Sarah does that for people.
Me too. I love all of your perspectives on friendship. That is so awesome. And I agree with each and every one of you.